Greetings, my fellow lords and or ladies. My name is Lord Longface, and in this episode of the Exiled Diary, we will be going across the bridge, or underneath the bridge, by burning this undying blockage. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking sorry about this, guys. I would have expected some screams. Oh well, I'm not sorry then. It didn't seem that violent. And you have entered the Ebony Barracks. Bottom bum bottom. This is where the Blackguards have their basically camp, I guess. And thus there are elite blackguards here, not only soldiers. Although they're not that hard to deal with anyway, but still. And in the middle of the Ebony Barracks, Ebony, is the tent of the general. Really? I've forgotten my place.
I fought for God. Who do you fight for, Exile?
Alright, fuck you. I'm no slave. I mean, the Marauder kind of does have a point when he says that slaves, you know, aren't even people. Because in his culture, you know, a warrior's culture, it would be kind of logical that if you surrendered your entire being to somebody without fighting to the death over it for for the right to, yeah, basically own your own freaking body, then yeah, you wouldn't be honorable or courageous or whatever. He kind of does have a point, especially in the context of his religion, I guess. Culture / religion. Alright. Now. Oh, wait. Hi. Before we go into the Lunaris temple. Wait. Colossal? Yeah, kind of more. Yeah, kind of a lot more. Especially if I do this. Instant recovery. Ooh. I don't care about bleeding. But I also don't care really about mana. So I only need one. I actually also don't need one because look at my mana. But still. I should just stock up on just only health pots. Alright. Before we enter the Lunaris temple, let's talk to the townfolk. Alright. Well, before we do that, let's store some shit. Yeah, basically that. Alright, for Ricci, what do you have to say when I up my reputation with you?
I was beginning to wonder if I'd overestimated your survival instincts. But now that you're here, take a moment to look over these curiosities that I've managed to liberate. Their previous owners lacked the sophistication to appreciate them.
Any more information about geomancy?
Gems represent the one true power here in Rayclast. The Vala.
No, he doesn't really give me any more information. Sad. Alright, well no, not this one. Although, yeah, that one. These are just way too powerful. Rarity, attack speed, and damage. I mean, for a leveling pair of gloves, they are very powerful.
So there you are.
Alright. God damn it. This does give more damage if I use Spectral Shield Throw. God damn it. Oh well. A suitable weapon for when I'm using Shield Throw might be this because of the accuracy rating and life and mana gained on hit/kill. Or just a base accuracy rating might be enough to do the trick also.
Right.
Anyway, do you have maybe a better shield for me? No, you don't. Alright. Miramoa.
You are the true spirit of the Makoru, the shark. Not the cowardly beast that sinks its teeth into the lonely swimmer. You strike the Waikoama, the canoe, spilling a feast of men into the water. Hunters turned hunted, that you dine on at your pleasure. Have this, Makoru.
Oh. This is the weapon or the skill that I'm doubting between using. This is it. Tectonic Slam. Also in combination with Earthquake and maybe some other AoE trigger things, because every 1.5 seconds you just lay on a new Earthquake and then go back to Tectonic Slam and then lay on another Earthquake and repeat. The Tectonic Slam.
Why are you still standing there?
Do I have a chromatic? Nope. Can I make a chromatic?
Watch yourself.
Yes. Well,
be careful.
I guess that's better, because now I can put in my, where is it? It's physical to lightning support for a DPS of 550 and a innate more damage if you have an endurance charge. Because, you know, Juggernaut kind of does a lot of how you call it, of things with endurance charges, so yeah. I will need to test this, to give it a try, at the very least. Alright, Grigor, I need to talk to you first.
Despite everything else you've done, to let piety live is to threaten the existence of every living thing on this continent. Look to the west of Gravisius's camp. You'll find piety in the Lunaris temple, cowering behind her desecrations.
Can you give me more information about the Lunaris temple?
The Eternals revered sun and moon as the two eyes of their god. The right eye judging Solaris, the left eye merciful Lunaris. I can't imagine that god being overly merciful when she finds out what piety's been doing in her temple.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Fun elsewhere.
Gravisius dined with us once. This was before my father's gambling debts caught up with him. I dined with him again in Theopolis prison the night before my exile. He wasn't so polite that time. Thank you. That's one memory I can now put to rest.
So you came from high birth. Alright. What a drop.
What do you want?
What a drop.
There's still prey out there. An overreaching witch floundering out of her depth. Happy hunting.
How you doing? You've done for Gravisius. If only I could get word to that lad I smuggled away from the General's wife at the time. The good widow would need a sympathetic shoulder to cry on.
That cheating bitch, though. Still. Alright, let's not delay this any longer. Let's go after Piety. She has been teasing us this entire time. Let's finish this. Now, at first, this is just a darker version of the Lunaris temple, which is kind of, you know, logical. It's the wait, no, Solaris temple. It's the Lunaris temple. So, oh yes, oh, oh, this makes me rock hard. Oh, yes. And it gets only bigger if you have an endurance charge consumed. Because slam the ground with your main hand weapon, unleashing a fiery fissure in front of you, dealing area damage and releasing a random number of smaller fissures branching off from it. If you have endurance charges, the number of fissures will be maximized. And one endurance charge will be consumed. Which is not bad, because Juggernaut has a shit ton of endurance charge generation. And if you use the Kingsguard chest piece, you get 100 health every time you spend an endurance charge. And wait, no, that's Vol's Talisman, another unique item. I think once you lose a power charge, you get an endurance charge. If it would be the other way around, it would be an overpowered amulet. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been nice. Alright, well, with this attack, we finally have a kind of reliable way of how we called it, of spending endurance charges, which, you know, Immortal Call also did that, but it didn't really do anything for your DPS. But endurance charges are the easiest charges to gain if you you know, just do a Juggernaut build or maybe some other build. But Well, maybe frenzy charges are a little bit more easily gained if you know, have the frenzy skill itself. Because every time you use it, you get a frenzy charge. But still, god damn it. I always forget to put myself offline these times. Anyway, but you know, you still have to actively choose to use frenzy and then maybe go into some other, you know, ability to actually deal large amounts of damage. But in this, you just have it flat out. You just get, yeah. I don't deal physical damage anymore. Wait, what? All of my damage is converted. What? Alright, sure. That's kind of that's kind of impressive. Oh, this feels so freaking heavy, man. I was kind of waiting for something like this. Screw shield throw. Screw shield throw. Yes. Give me another slot, another force slot for a how you call it, for the earthquake, and I'm golden. Yes. Little bit more attack speed, but then yes. And I get more attack speed by, you know, basically leveling up my more attack speed gem, but also just by yeah, you kind of need to die. Thank you. Jesus, those zombies are powerful. Alright. Yeah. Anyway, now is the only question about this build now is, am I going for a two-hander or a one-hander with a shield? Or even dual wield? You know, to make this shit really crazy with Brutus's lead sprinkler in the main hand, because this deals main hand damage, and with Nebulog, the Elder Mace, that gives you more damage and more resistances for every endurance charge you have, in my left hand. Or just fairly simple, straight up Tidebreaker for a built-in endurance charge gain on stun, and an increased damage multiplier for my, you know, built in to the weapon itself. But but I don't think that deals more damage. I don't think the two-handed build would deal more damage than the dual wield version of this build. And depending on what kind of auras I will be using, the sword or the mace or the whatever and shield version of this build might also be more powerful than the two-handed build. Because if I'm using the haste aura, and I use the Prism Guardian shield, I will be getting a level 22 at the very least, or 23 if I choose to corrupt it, haste aura, which is quite powerful. Three levels more than the maximum level requires, but that just gives me more attack speed or whatever. So yeah, maybe with hatred more physical damage to cold, so I just get more damage. But still. Alright. the creep factor has set in. Thank you, music. I remember the first time that I came down here, the Lunaris temple. I didn't have quite a good of a build like now. Quite a shitty build, so those lightning warps could actually free hit me, so I was constantly on edge because I could die in an instant. And then this music came along and just upgraded the creepiness level of this entire place just a little bit more.
My mana is gone.
Yeah. I need more mana, I know, I'm working on it. One more level, guy. One more level, freaking man here. Then you get 8% increased maximum mana, and then after that you get mana on hits. I don't think we will have mana issues after that. Now, this is blood. You would think, you know, Piety's bad, but how bad can she truly be? Alright, she experimented on people. Alright, she's torturing people. Alright, entire freaking heaps of bodies. Impaled bodies. More impaled bodies. What the hell is going on? I kid you not.
Piety, you are truly Kitava's slave, a daughter of corruption.
Yes. I truly kid you not. The first time that I came down here, with headphones on, by the way, because I didn't want my parents to, you know, be irritated at me, because I actually put my computer in the living room back then. I just went, nope, and went back, just grabbed a drink, took a little bit of pause, 5 minutes, because this is fucked up. She literally took the water elementals and said, you know, I bet I can make these, but I bet I can make them more unethical. And went along and created blood elementals. I mean, I get it. If you can make water elementals, then it's not that hard to make, you know, blood elementals. But it isn't.
My mana is gone.
Also, yes, you're seeing that correctly. These are female. These are all female. Their arms are bound behind their back, I think. Yeah. Their arms are behind their backs, but oh no wait, those arms are actually their arms, but you know, a little bit more fucked up. But I'm thinking the creatures that come out of their bellies, because they are female, I think they might imply that those are babies. So Piety experimented on pregnant women. Alright then. Can this get any worse? I mean, with the entire blood freaking sea behind this, I'm thinking that you already guessed that yeah, it kind of gets a lot worse. And like a lot in literally a lot more, you know, things that you can count that are worse. For now, it's just kind of the same. You know, more bodies. The Lunaris temple is entirely fucked up. Like, the god Lunaris probably doesn't like this, like Grigor said. So, yeah. Entire freaking firing squads of, you know, corrupted pregnant women. Great. Constant freaking how you call it, spawning blood elementals, which is quite annoying all the time. Dismembered bodies all over the place. And I honestly don't know why Piety needed this much this just like these amounts of people to experiment on. I honestly don't know how you can even justify this by saying I'm experimenting. Like if you're saying I just want to kill as many, I don't know, Ezomites or Karui as possible, then alright, that's also fucked up, especially in the way you did it. But it isn't a pretentious excuse for your deeds, if you know what I mean. But Piety claims she is doing this to gain insight. Shut up. Come on, no. Thank you. I know, I already took my medication. Brilliant. Just a timer. Anyway. Are we getting to the point where things are going to be a lot like this? This is graphic, you know. Those are seas of blood. I mean, come on, you kind of know what's implied here. But oh wait, yeah, spine crack. Yeah. God damn it! How big is this place? I didn't you know this place was all right. We're here. These cards are entirely empty. They were probably filled to the brim with corpses. Just the fact that Grinding Gear Games actually took the time to quite accurately, you know, just show off what was needed to create this entire abomination of a holy place, or just no, it's a defilement of a holy place. It's not even, you know, built for this purpose. It's just made this way by placing heaps of bodies just out of camera reach. It kind of hits you in the face, like a lot harder than anything I have encountered in any other game. This is straight up like freaking the images you see when you go and look up the casualties of the Second World War. And this isn't just because this society is racist or anything. This is not just because, you know, there is a literal war. No. This is just to experiment. It doesn't stop here either. Oh no. It goes on. It goes on quite a lot.
My mana is gone.
Oh god damn it. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah. Instant freaking regret in saying it. It's going on and on and on. Freaking old school pop music. I hate myself. No, pop music. Anyway, I can actually hit people through walls with this ability. Alright then. That's kind of bullshit. Also the constant whining in the background. Or no, not whining, wailing. More like. It's not whining if you literally are being, you know, tortured and just drained of all your bodily liquids. And no, not in the good way, but in the very, very bad way. Like probably being impaled alive and things like that. You kind of see where this, you know, this symbolism, these stairs, this giant ass place with a door right there is implying we have reached the portal to Piety's place. Yes, the Lunaris temple is incredibly big. Nope. No, totally not. So, sadly, we didn't get another point, so that I can get a little bit more mana. Maybe I can... Yeah, fuck it. I mean, how much damage do I lose from this? Yeah, 20 DPS on a 600 DPS sheet. I think I'm good. Refund passes. apply refunds. Because I mustn't run out of mana. I kind of slowly do. I need more mana regen if I want to sustain this, or, you know, a higher level freaking clarity gem. Wait, it's... Oh. I didn't know it was a 20% quality. Well, it's kind of useless for a single person playthrough, but still. But yeah, it's only level 6 and can go to level 20/21 if you corrupt it, so yeah. It goes on to like 17.5 mana per second. So that's probably more than enough for this build. Alright. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You've done your ancestors proud, Karui. Now, here's your warrior's death. You'll be remembered, Karui.
I think they switched up her boss fight.
You'll be remembered, Karui. Do the honorable thing and die.
Honestly,
Damn you!
I will take everything Dominus loves, as he took it from me.
I kind of expected more from you. Anyway, the tower key. God will only offer the door. Man must choose whether to open it. Also, unique claw. Trigger level 1 abyssal cry on hit. Wait, what? And it's for level 26 actually. That's pretty high. Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Alright. But not interesting enough to switch up this entire build to, you know, equip that item. Alright, the Scepter of God, our next destination.
Ask away.
You have claimed the most worthy of prey, Makoru. Piety, the mistress of corruption. I'm not saying the war is over, but you've given Rayclast a much-needed respite. Because of you, this land lives to see another dawn. And don't forget that you've done Grigor and Clarissa a justice of some magnitude. They will wish to speak to you. Goodbye.
Piety's off to meet the Maker, is she? I'd love to be a fly on the wall of that little chap.
Yep, indeed. Wait. Really? Boy, really? Holy. How is that even possible? how can this one-handed sword be more powerful than my two-handed? God damn. Alright, anyway, I will not be using this, and sadly the 2% quality I put on this has gone to waste. Well, maybe not, because it does give attack damage, and I'll keep it. I'll keep it. This needs to go in here, and everything else. Oh yeah, I need to sell that one too.
You getting there? Don't do anything I would.
All right. Clarissa.
Wherever he is, I'm sure Tolman knows what you've done. I know you didn't do it for him, or for me. It doesn't matter. Piety's reign of cruelty is over. Thank you.
You're welcome. You did give me anything, but still, you're welcome. Yeah, the sad thing is this build cannot use vulnerability, because 60% of this damage is fire damage. That's sad. Ooh, vengeance. Yeah, I kind of need that. It's just a free more. It's just more damage. Free damage. Dominating blow, explosive arrow, flame blast. At the very least, earthquake. Yeah, maybe purity of elements, but not
Watch
now
yourself.
yet. Alright, Grigor.
Piety dies amongst her abominations, her warped dream taunting her, maddeningly out of reach. As a poet, I'm fond of that creed of justice. Here, the executioner needs recompense.
Thank you. Oh, it's a book. Still, thank you.
Unfortunately, Piety was simply a puppet of a greater force. You've cut the strings, but the master remains. Dominus.
Dominus.
That key you've picked up, I heard the blackguards talk of it. It's the one key to the Scepter of God on the northern edge of the blackguard encampment. Only Piety was permitted to carry it. Dominus accessed his laboratory at the summit of the tower via a pulley system rigged to the outside wall. That way will be barred to you. And I heard of no one, not even Piety, going in or coming out of the lower levels. Go with care, Exile. I can't imagine what's inside that tower if even Piety and Dominus feared to tread its steps.
Ooh, who? I don't know what triggers this. I don't know what triggered this, but I can ask him about the beast. Ooh, gimme.
When Piety was experimenting on me, my consciousness was mercifully fleeting. In those moments of numbing darkness, I met a presence. Intelligence, power, immensity beyond the limits of my pitiable mortal senses. To this creature, I was but a raindrop falling into the sea. I heard Piety speak to her lackeys of the beast. It is the source of her thaumaturgy and the object of her ambitions. I believe Piety's beast and that dark entity are one and the same. Wherever it is, Whatever it is, the beast is the cause of my malformation. It would not be a stretch of reason to consider the beast the source of all malformation in Rayclast. Goodbye, Exile.
Alright. So the beast is the source of thaumaturgy. That's good to know. That's good to know. Alright, well, I will be doing a large amount of fire damage, so I will be needing Lavalish.
Need some help. See you.
Can I ask anybody else?
Yes. There is nothing else.
Yes, what is it?
Greetings, survivor.
Nope. That's
See
all
you, survivor.
about the beast for now.
See you soon.
Alright, now let's go back to the Ebony Barracks. The Scepter of God. High Templar Dominus is currently conducting an experiment atop the Scepter of God. Use Piety's Star Key to gain access and kill him. The entrance to the tower is located in the Imperial Gardens. Hi, boss. It's raining now. Alright. Oh wait, I cannot use Earthquake because I don't have a mace, axe or staff. Alright, fine, fine. Ooh. Yes, gimme. Ancient graffiti.
Return to Kitava.
The Gem Gentile are an infestation. They are the Monkey King's fleas that drink of your lifeblood. Crush them in your work-forged hands.
Alright, so it's not Emperor Chitus because
The Gem
the Gem
Gentile
are an infestation.
They are the Monkey King's
Chitus
fleas that drink of your
would not have considered them an infestation. Vol would have. And anybody siding with him. I think actually we need to go this way. Or not. Alright. But yeah, I'm thinking of going for maces anyway, because Nebuloch, Brutus's Lead Sprinkler, and Tidebringer all are maces. But whether I'm going to go for Resolute Technique or for Undeniable, both viable options for my attacks not being evaded all the time. That's the question for this build right now. Yeah, I'm just stocking on life potions right now. The Imperial Gardens. I mean, I think I will be going for a one-handed and a shield because of shield charge, and shield charge is one of the best, if not the best, you know, means of traveling. You know, Leap Slam is also pretty good, but it's only pretty good because it can jump over things. It's not that it's faster than anything else. Shield Charge is probably the fastest of all. Oh wait, I can capture these. A modest parting gift.
You have been captured, beast.
Nature was her domain, love was her song, family was her devotion, knowledge was her gift. And it's for fertile mind. What the hell is fertile mind? Oh, it just gives more intelligence and turns everything that gives dex in radius to giving intelligence instead. Not that special, but it's quite useful if you are going for a spellcaster, but you need to go into some dexterity nodes, I guess. Finally an abomination. Oh.
You are captured,
Hello.
beast.
Hour. Come on, don't take it. Nee? Oh. Nee, als je hem niet laat draaien, dan kan ik hem nog wel straks... nee. Dat niet. dat is het boek. En mijn sokken. Ja, mijn sokken. Hoeft niet, maar kan wel. Zo van als je toch nog ruimte hebt. Come back here. Wait a second. But before we can actually go and enter the Scepter of God, we apparently need to talk to Vigan.
You there.
But
Let me bend your ear for a moment. I've set aside a nice...
yeah, it's an arena. You want to battle. I don't know why, but still. And I don't know why I don't kill you. I mean, I do quite literally freaking kick your ass, but
Let's see you knock me on my ass.
yeah, come on.
I think it's time I stop letting you win.
Then stop letting me win. You can't, can you? Because you're not letting me win. I'm kicking your ass. Alright. Oh, no. Oh wait, that's... I know. Never mind. The library. Not the area I wanted to go to, but we still need to go here. Because it's a library. And what does a library contain? Books. Lots of books. Lots of books about the Eternal Empire. Act 3 is probably one of, if not the most lore intensive act before the fall of Oriev. That's not saying that much though, because, you know, the fall of Oriev literally extended the entire campaign by up to 2.5 times. 1.5 times, actually. Alright, the Ancients. Book 2. Zephyr the Murderer. It is said that the Vaalish noble Zephyr lived for 168 years. That is more than 3 times the current imperial average. Where this is the only unusual attribute of an otherwise uneventful life, Zephyr might have been cast into the back corner of history to gather dust with the other inexplicable anomalies, but his life was anything but uneventful. Zephyr was the Vaal civilization's most infamous serial killer. Over a period of 128 years, Zephyr abducted, tortured and murdered 13 victims, all in their 20th years of life. All of noble descent, all gemlings. But this feat alone did not catapult Zephyr into the annals of history. Rather, it was the quality of his heinous acts that set him apart, not the quantity. Evidently, Zephyr was a master at inflicting the most prolonged and agonizing demise. His victims' bodies were found in a state of horrific mutilation, yet post-mortem analysis revealed that all of the physical trauma inflicted had occurred while the victim was still alive. Some sources claim that the techniques of torture were so refined that he was able to inflict the most intense and lasting pain the human body is capable of sustaining. Then we come to the curious matter that of Zephyr's death, which, as so often occurs with historical investigations, brings us back to where we started. Zephyr was finally found at the side of his 13th and final victim, who was unmolested and unmutilated, simply dead. When the Centurion's results are mystifying in the extreme. When the Centurion's body was committed to an autopsy, the recorded results are mystifying in the extreme. It is claimed that Zephyr did not possess the body of a 168-year-old, rather that his corpse had the physiognomy of a man of 20 years, no more. Life and death have walked hand in hand since the beginning of time. Could Zephyr... Ooh, that's a typo. Have persuaded them to kiss. Trinian, Intellectuous Prime. But that's only book 2. There are more books. Let's find them. Wait, Sioso, no, that's the quest giver. The entirely other way, or we need to go for more books. Yeah. Oh no, it's giant freaking skeletons. No. Automatons without muscles to stick all of the bones together. Oh no. Alright. The Purity Chronicles. Book 1. Embers of Insurrection. He soared to power on the smoke of a burning witch. On the smoke of burning witches. So the surviving gemlings whispered of Vol of Debris, as he donned the imperial crown on the second Sectara of Ferishi. 1343 IC. But in truth, IC. LC? The C is probably Cataclysm, but IC. What? Not BC, like before Cataclysm? I don't know. But in truth, he was never the sort of man to set a girl alight for merely reading a poem or remedying a bout of the clap. Righteous and devoted to both faith and country, High Templar Vol struck little hardship in gathering others to his godly cause. Sarn's own Lord Mayor Ondar and Victario, the people's poet, Archbishop Geoffrey of Ferisha, Governor Castov of the site of the Stridevolf, and Commander Adis of Highgate. Together, these warriors of purity forged an uprising against the Gemling Pharmatocracy. That's a nice play on words. That Vol hoped would snatch this empire from the claws of devilry and return it to humanity. Written by Garibaldi, chronicler of the Empire. Alright.
You are well prepared for the end. It's a fine capture.
Let's go to Siosa. And it's a ghost.
Akarui. By the ancestors, it has been so long since I saw my own kind in the flesh. My name is Siosafuanga, and I have the bleak honor of being the sole scholar to the Imperious Intellection, this grand repository of knowledge you see about you. May reason preserve us. In more mundane circumstances, it would be preposterous to ask this of you, an utter stranger, but given that I don't know in which century I might see another pair of flesh and bone hands, there's a door, you see, concealed behind the shelves. It leads into the archives. That's where Isius Perandus concealed his golden pages. Can you see how maddening that would be for me? No, of course you can't. Ridiculous of me to... Suffice to say that they are beyond my reach. 4 Varlish texts they are, of priceless historical insight. Please, find my friend's golden pages and bring them to me. You will be rewarded. I vow it before the ancestors.
So you are Karui, and one of your friends was a vow. What?
It is the Karui way to observe nature in nature. The fish without the sea is no longer a fish. It is dinner. The Eternals did not see it that way. An Eternal catches the fish, guts the fish, preserves the fish, and places it in a box. Only then does the Eternal feel he truly understands the fish.
Well, yeah, what can you tell me about a fish's anatomy without gutting it? I mean, come on, that's pretty logical, I would say.
It was a Karwi Motiata that discarded my failing body of flesh in favor of canvas and oil. An ancient song and a momentary lapse in judgment that I've had more than enough time to regret. It was a
How, though?
Karwi Motiata that discarded my failing body of flesh in favor of canvas and oil.
Not with the help of...
I am honored to serve you,
Gems.
my ancestor.
He isn't lying then. Alright. He truly is a Kurui.
My knowledge is your knowledge.
Sadly, that's not the case though, is it? You know a lot more than I do, I think. So, to give you my reason for saying how can that be, I did not expect the Karui to be so ancient to actually be able to be friends with a Val.
You have been captured, beast.
That is quite interesting, to say the least.
Survivor, you are well prepared for the end.
Another book. Victario's writings. Ooh. Volume 1. Kalisa Maas. I never really understood Brektov's work. Just a mess of thrills and squeaky highs to my commoner ears. But that was before Kalisa Maas. From the very first note, her voice reached into my chest and plucked my beating heart from its cage. By the wide, glistening eyes of my fellow punters, I knew that they felt it too. I've previously stolen a quick nap during... How can you steal a nap, what? During the area that precedes Antonios' disemboweling. Not tonight. The gem that at Kalisa's throat sparked with starlight. Brilliant as her C-sharp shattered every pane of glass in the auditorium. An emergency intermission was called while the stage crew repaired the floods and cans, and a pair of physicians saw to those audience members lacerated by falling splinters. Now, my suspicion of the virtue gems is well documented. Though General and Courtier might fall over each other to have Malachi embed them with these miraculous crystals, it is a travesty of justice that the legionnaires and the workers of this empire should have such mutilations foisted upon them. Yet in Kalisa Maas, I've seen how these gems may rend apart our mortal bonds and permit our imaginations and souls to truly shine. I'm adrift in the quandary. No or in sight. Is Kalisa the artist or the art? Is she the same woman I knew before the young bundle of talent and timidity I had no choice but to adore? Is she, in fact, a woman at all? Victario of Sarn. Wait, Kalisa Mas might actually be the Siren Mervile. I'm not sure about that, but she might be. Also, I now know who writes the ancient graffiti. It's Victaria. Just from a quote from one of his items. Victarios' generosity. Or something. It's a shield. It's a unique shield. That's all you need to know, basically. But, wait, where's the entrance again? Here? Yeah. The archives. I'm questioning Siosa though. I mean, he's a ghost, right? Can't he just flow through the walls? Weird. Bookstand. Golden page. A communion. But with what? With what? By all accounts, it wasn't God that the Val were trying to reach. It was a communion with the beast, apparently. Out of Malachi's own word, oh my god. Alright, Siosa's painting is hanging here in, you know, with a quality that you might expect from a how you call it, a civilization with a certain library, with, you know, art, etc. He is also talking about reason and everything, so he is a scientist and he does quite dress elegantly, not like some kind of savage. So he is, I think, he did live at the same time of at least somewhere in the Eternal Empire. That means that at least some Val's people, and maybe the entire Val civilization, actually lived alongside the Eternal Empire. Holy shit. We need more information to test that theory, but it's something. If even half of that is true, it's kind of a deal, big deal. Kind of changes the entire freaking timeline, doesn't it? Siosa, your slavery will cause them to overlook you. Your Karui way will guide you. Your humanity will shame us all. Your slavery will cause them to overlook you. Do you mean that Theo himself was a slave? I don't think so. Are the Karui basically just African tribes? You know, because the white man kind of bought all their black slaves from African tribes, you know, from other black men or other black civilizations, I'm guessing. Bookstand. The Val were even more steeped in gem culture than our emperor and his gemlings. It's an obsession as old as civilization itself. Well, I would guess that if virtue gems were real, like semi-demigod like powers given by just mere gems, that, you know, multiple civilizations would indeed obsess over them. Nah, not that impressive of a helmet. A waking nightmare. Madness of the mind or madness of the flesh? I hope you can give me more answers.
By the ancestors, it's good to see fresh words in front of me. Now, my translation skills are not what Isius were. I can achieve a meager paraphrase at best. But a little knowledge is better than none, is it not? Let us begin. This tapestry of truth is a threadbare cloth indeed, but at least you have allowed me to begin the first few stitches in its restoration, and to settle the memory of a dear friend. In return, allow me to give you this, a little practical wisdom to improve your lot.
Increase duration, blood magic, fortify support. For the boy. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, indeed, fortify. Yeah, gimme. Ooh.
My word. Valish contextualized syntax is a slippery eel indeed. Let me see if I can grab it by the gills. They carried their virtue gems to Doriani's bed. No, that's not quite right. Ah, yes. Doriani's cradle. The historian finishes that it was a price they needed to pay to ensure a Valish future. A cradle of virtue gems? What sort of Valish future did Doriani hope to ensure?
Who is Doriani?
I suppose every civilization has its Doriani, its Malachi, men of divine talent and demented ambition. Without them, history would be a far less interesting place.
I guess. It's true translation.
Splendid. Let's see what this page has to offer us. It talks of Queen Atsiri. Now, here's a portentous line. She drenches her altars with the blood of those deranged enough to question her vision. The next piece is a real eye-crosser, but I believe it refers to a communion. Something to do with the harvest moon? Again, Doriani seems at the heart of it. Good. This line I can read without issue. This will be our final night of fear, our final night of suffering. Sacrifice, communion, the harvest moon. An unsettling combination.
Yes, but it doesn't really mean anything if it's not connected to anything.
Oh my. This first line is frighteningly clear. Our queen is dead. Doriani is dead. So many have fallen. So many have changed. The latter text is almost indecipherable. It practically hums with agitation. Let me see. I can make out the words sleep, nightmare, and the beast. Whatever that may be. Our historian finishes with, "We have succeeded where our forebears did not. We have failed ourselves." I need not imagine the fall of the Val. I saw the nightmare with my own eyes.
And before any more information about certain characters, page 4.
Strange. I was put in charge of dating the most antiquated of texts. This parchment, it's a remarkable copy, but it's no original. Much younger. Oh my. Listen to this. My dearest Isius, I have been enlightened beyond expectation. Your work in translating these artifacts is worthy of the highest recompense, and thus I am delighted to offer you a position in my personal laboratory. Please do not give your escorts any consternation. I would be most pained to see such a precious asset damaged in any way. I very much look forward to working with you. Isius Perandus, your friend and admirer, Malachi. Poor Isius. Wherever you went, my pity goes with you. Strange. I was put in charge of
Much younger. Not really a date on much, but still. So yes, some Val actually survived the cataclysm in the Age of the Val. Alright. Nice to know. Nice to know. Alright. Malachi, what do you know about him?
How Malachi survived the Purity Rebellion, I don't know. He was at Emperor Vol's side before Chich's corpse was even cold. I suppose Vol found him as difficult to refuse as Isius did.
Well, with the power he possesses, it's kind of, you know, hard to refuse anything from Malachi. Alright, Queen Atsiri.
Malachi would never have risen so far without the patronage of an emperor like Chichis. It would appear that Doriani and Queen Atsiri shared a similar relationship. It was said of the beautiful Atsiri that she wished to see her likeness reflected in the still waters of history. Chitus was no less self-impressed. Of all the sins, vanity is the most hideous.
Alright, a little bit of a perspective on history repeating itself, but not quite the detailed information that I would have liked.
It was a Karwi Mutia. San fell in the course of an hour, no more.
Whoa, what?
A tempest raged down from the mountains and engulfed the city, throwing it into midday darkness. I saw madness in my colleagues' eyes, watched as the most rational men in the Empire jabbered and slavered and slaughtered each other. I witnessed Trinian, our gemling intellectus prime, engulfed by the radiance of his flaming cranial gem, and wither like a grape in the sun into a thing of desiccation and famishment. I've seen mountains spew fire in Ngamakanui. I've seen waves as tall as trees and winds that leveled warriors and walls alike. Nature is what nature is. There was nothing natural about the cataclysm.
Nope, there wasn't. Still don't know for sure why the cataclysm had to be triggered though.
Fortune favor you.
Alright, let's find the plum and save Fairgrace before we end this episode. I was just thinking a little bit, but nope. We do need to meet more people before we can definitely say what happened. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I need to go to the Imperial Gardens. A pair of rare enemies I will never skip on though.
Tukohama.
No, this is the Scepter of God. Not where I wanted to be. Wait. Yeah. Huh. There is a certain instance that they removed from the game. Huh. Alright. Oh yeah, no, this is way better. Over 1,000 health. Nice, nice. Yes.
A leader cannot simply stride forward into the future and expect his people to be able to follow. A leader must look over his shoulder so that he can witness and understand the consequences of the path he has chosen. To ensure that his people are still with him, to ensure that he has not become lost.
An emperor must know precisely where he stands.
All right. Our ascension is ready to be taken. Plum. Choose as plum, as succulent as blood, as sweet as power.
Yes. There is nothing
Nope.
else.
I cannot talk about them. Cannot talk about Siosa with them. Sad.
Bring me back something nicer.
Alright. So. Alright, honestly, if I can secure a chest piece with 3 strength, 1 dexterity and 1 intelligence, and all linked onto each other, well, no, let's see. What the hell? Alright. Sure. Sure it does more damage. Of course. Yeah, no. Of course, of course.
Hello. Good luck to you.
Hey, chromatic. Can't talk about you if...
Watch yourself.
Nope.
Hello. Have fun.
Nope.
Elsewhere.
Alright. Let us travel to the docks. At first to see our DBS. Because goddamn this ability is powerful. And I don't even use endurance charges yet. Which is the insane part. It gets a more multiplier inherently from endurance charges. Yeah, over 707, 69. Alright.
Look at the sheen on that plum. Is it not the most delectable fruit that you've ever seen? No? Perhaps the glass of hope is for my eyes only. Wondrous! Nothing bonds two souls more soundly than murder. For that reason alone, I knew you could be relied upon. Now, for a little amateur vintnering. A quick squeeze of the plum, like so, into the decanter. Oh my! Look how it transmutes the juice so swiftly, from material to spectral. Effortless. And what an aroma. Imminent death never smelled so sweet. I believe I shall call this fine concoction the Imperial Nightcap. Now, before I get too carried away, there's the small matter of your recompense.
Yeah, let's get the rarity of items around.
A toast to swift endings and promising new beginnings. Oh, and you might want to avert your gaze once I have quaffed this diabolical brew. I doubt that my return to solidarity will be a pretty one. Right. As I used to say in the love dens of Trathus, bottoms up, girls! Oh, my. Now that's an unusual sensation. Oh, dear. Something is amiss. The All Flame. It's... No! No, no, no! It's gone out! What am I... What are you? No, you cannot be. I will not...
To live too long is to live in pain.
Honestly, I don't know what he meant. What am I? What do you mean, what am I? Whoa! Oh, Oh. 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 Wait. Alright then. I'm kind of close to leveling up, so let me do that quickly. Oh dear God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The ghost has merged with the legendary beast. Oh God. Go away. What? No, don't. I wanted to throw a net at it. Jesus Christ, but look at the bounty on that beast. Oof. Oof. That was scary for a second.
During a cold winter, Einar camped on a mountain. I have many furs to keep me warm in the cold. I did not bring them. But I did have raw ooze. While sipping warm ooze, Einar had a vision. A lizard, feathered and crimson, watching from shadows of shadows. An avatar of the first ones. A test. Sakawal. First of the sky. In my cup, ooze swirled. Another vision. In the blood of the birds and reptiles. It is lucky I had so much to drink that night. Or else this secret may have remained a secret. Find many birds and reptiles, Exile. Goodbye.
Yeah, alright. Now, a little more intelligence. I need to be more smarter to be able to cast that. Alright, sure. Of course. Alright.
I cannot carry this.
Whew. Yes, it gives maximum mana, yes. No. Doesn't give maximum life. Yes, but it needs other colorings. No, it doesn't give physical damage or attack speed, so no, although it's a lot more defenses for me, but no. DPS of 780. A little bit less attack speed. But I don't want that much attack speed because my mana cannot regenerate that fast. Alright. So let's head back. And yeah, call it a day for today. Yeah, let's do that. It's already 15 over 11. So yeah, it's kind of bedtime.
Don't do anything I would.
Alright. Oh. No. Need one more strength. God damn it. Well, although I'm not using Sonder. But no, and god damn it. Alright. Blade Vortex I don't actually use either. So I'm also not actually using Anger. But I am using Hatred. Alright, maybe just get a double strike with physical to lightning and added fire damage. God damn it. I don't have an added fire damage left yet, so I need to get one. Alright.
What is it? See you.
Oh wait, god damn it. Alright. Ooh, 27% increased movement speed during flask effect. But it already gives movement speed. Nice. Removes 10% of life recovered from mana when used. Oh, that eats through my mana. I guess that's another use. Alright.
You getting by? Good luck to you.
Ascendancy Plague. Ascendancy classes. although any class and buff. Aspirants Plaza.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's labyrinth. Within these walls, the Lady of Justice doth preside. She shall weigh your mind in one hand, your heart in the other. Should she find you wanting, death shall be your sentence. Should she find you worthy, you will be given the loyalty and love of an empire. The Lord's labyrinth awaits you. Choose wisely, strike quickly, trust completely, and may you find the ending that you deserve.
So, with that ominous warning behind us, I will leave this on a major cliffhanger. Both the labyrinth and the scepter are going to be explored in the next episode. So, if you like this episode, please leave a like. If you dislike this episode, please leave a dislike. Comment whatever you want, but I cannot actually control whatever you do or whatever you don't do, because you are your own lord and or lady. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.